Jeez, Dillon.
Seriously, Dillon, this is why we can't have nice things.
Break
Chairs are so much fun. I didn't break anything.
Well, not yet.
But not
He's gonna pretty soon.
Oh.
Hi guys. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us on this already chaotic Facebook Live. I'm Saquon.
We wouldn't want it any other way. I'm
Yeah.
Scotting in.
And I'm Dillon Dillon. I'm shorter than you two. I don't like that.
Stand up, Dillon. Make us
Yeah,
small
this is
again.
yeah,
better.
make us look small.
This is better.
Okay, before we get to Dillon, of course, the spotlight of the day. Don't forget, you can always watch this, listen to this on your own time by visiting our InForum YouTube channel. You can find us on your favorite podcast platform and on inforum.com/podcast under InForum Minutes.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Dillon?
All right, Dillon. Let's talk about the weather. What do you got for us? Anything exciting?
No.
Talk
It's
about
January
daylight
and it's
today.
slow. You know, exciting for me is probably what nobody else wants to hear. So,
Aww.
well, I mean,
I want to hear
you
it.
know, a good snowstorm makes my job a little more. I get to build snowmen then. If you watch
Yeah.
First News, you know. But we are quiet. It's not an exciting weather day for us, at least. There's a snowstorm down to our south. Maybe a couple of flurries here. I know this morning there's kind of been off and on freezing drizzle, very light,
Yeah.
but that could cause for a couple of slick spots.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to scrape your windshield a little extra this morning because that freezing drizzle, of course, sticks to your windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, much lighter wind today. Yesterday that wind was kind of annoying if you were outside at all.
A little bit.
We'll stay cloudy throughout the day again today. Coldest day of the week is also
Really?
today.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, right?
Interesting.
So that's pretty interesting, and we'll warm up as we go into the weekend. Temperatures in the middle 20s.
Ayo. All right. This morning you kind of talked about something interesting as far as daylight goes. Of course, we still have a lot of winter to go, but the days are getting a little bit longer, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Especially in the evenings.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the mornings we've only gained 3 minutes in the morning.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But in the evenings, our sunset tonight is 5:09.
oh wow.
I know. Do you know why? The
The sun-
daylight is why we're gaining daylight in the night, but not the mornings.
Um,
Do you have any guesses?
Yeah. Do you have
I don't know. I don't want to look like a.
Do you
don't know
have any
about
guesses?
No.
Oh, it's because the orbit of the Earth is not perfectly circular.
Oh, that's
It's
what I
more
was
via
gonna
the
say.
Ellipse.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I knew that one.
we are gaining about in a week from now. We'll have a
Okay.
sunrise before 8 a.m.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
and a
quick
couple. I think it's just over a month and a couple of days. I think it's like February 20th. I checked this
It's my
morning.
birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
On Say's birthday, that's when we're gonna have our first sunset past 6 o'clock. So February 20th.
What a
at least
great
here in
birthday
Fargo.
present.
Yeah, a great birthday present. So, anyways, we are gaining sunlight, although it seems like we are in the depths of winter, which we are.
Yeah.
There's at least some light
At the end.
At the
at
end
the
of
end
the
of the
tunnel.
tunnel.
Nice guys. Thanks,
Okay.
Dillon. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Good job,
that
Dillon.
insight.
Appreciate you.
Okay, now let's get to some of your top headlines of the morning. Right now, of course, that search continues for a murder suspect in Wahpeton. This is something that WDAY has been tracking all week for you. But we do know the name of the victim who was killed in that shooting. We're learning from Wahpeton police that 40-year-old Jeremiah Mainwald of Hankinson was shot several times on Monday night. He was brought to the hospital where he died. It happened at the intersection of 11th Street North and Loy Avenue in Wahpeton. Witnesses are saying they heard about 9 shots fired off there. But of course, right now the big concern is that the suspect is still on the loose. No motive released quite yet. They also tell us that, you know, officers are sorting through all of this video evidence and, you know, they're talking to neighbors, trying to find the suspect. But as they do that, they're also asking for your help in finding the suspect. And if you were maybe with Mainwald on, you know, Monday or earlier,
You saw him
you
somewhere.
saw him somewhere, maybe check your, you know, your security cameras if you have them at home. But we do know that the suspect is about 6'2", was wearing a black hoodie, a ski mask, and some jeans. So, of course, if you have any information, just contact Wahpeton Police.
Yeah. All right. Meantime, the man accused of killing his mother in their home back in December in Moorhead is facing charges. James Coley Jr. was arrested in Wahpeton the day after his mother, Risea Coley, was found dead at her home. Yeah. Coley has been fighting his extradition to Minnesota since he was arrested, and this morning now he is finally in Clay County Jail, and he is facing a second-degree murder charge. However, his hearing date has not yet been scheduled.
Also, we know a 75-year-old man is dead after rolling his car just east of Northwood. That happened after 7 last night. The Highway Patrol is saying that the driver was headed west when he crossed the center line, overcorrected, and then rolled his car into the ditch. He actually died on his way to the hospital.
All right, we also now know the names of those involved in a car accident that left 1 dead near Dickinson, North Dakota. That crash happened Monday morning along I-94. 36-year-old Demetrius Chambers was driving a semi-truck when the icy roads caused it to jackknife. Then 50-year-old Tana Johnson drove underneath the trailer and hit the side of the trailer. She was injured and then obviously died on the scene there in this whole accident. Chambers, though, did not suffer any injuries from the crash. Meantime, a GoFundMe page has been created to help Johnson's family with the funeral expenses. That has actually raised more than $16,000 so far. Any remaining money that doesn't go towards the funeral are going to end up going to her children.
Also today, a Moorhead teenager is expected to be in court in connection with the shooting that left a Minnesota man with serious injuries. 18-year-old Dillon is in the Wright County Jail right now, facing charges of first-degree assault with a firearm and vehicle theft. Deputies got a call about a shooting at a compost site in Monticello, Minnesota, at about 8:30 on Monday night. They found 44-year-old Jade Nichols of Monticello lying on the road right near the entrance to that site. She had been shot multiple times. Witnesses identified Tilbury, who ran away from the scene, and then officers found and arrested him at a nearby home. The victim is right now in serious condition, but serious but stable condition at a Twin Cities hospital.
All right, on the national scale of things today, some headlines. Today, a panel of judges is going to hear arguments as former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin seeks to appeal his murder conviction. Chauvin's case is expected to go before the Minnesota Court of Appeals this morning. His lawyers are asking the court to overturn his conviction of the 2020 murder of George Floyd. The attorneys are arguing that the prosecutors had misconduct in the trial, and they are also arguing that the case should not have been tried in Minneapolis, and the jury, they're saying, should have been fully sequestered. They also want the court to review whether the trial should have been delayed due to its high-profile nature. Of course, Chauvin was sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison after that video surfaced of him kneeling on Floyd's neck and back for about 9 minutes.
Yeah. Also today, we were following that deadly shooting at the Mall of America. We do know a suspect who was wanted in connection to that has now been arrested. He was found in Georgia. 17-year-old Levon Longstreet was actually on the run since December 23rd, the night of the shooting, when he and several other suspects fired shots inside the Nordstrom at the MOA. We do know that 19-year-old Jonte Hudson was a victim. He was killed in that shooting. We're also learning that Longstreet, the suspect that was just arrested, and his mother are both facing charges. So Longstreet is going to be facing charges of second-degree intentional murder and second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. The other suspect, 18-year-old Tayshawn Adams Wright, is facing the same charges. Longstreet's mom is facing charges of aiding an offender. And then we also learned that even more people were involved in this. However, they're 17-year-olds. So, of course, they're minors right now, which is why their names are not being released. But two 17-year-olds from Brooklyn Center and Columbia Heights, Minnesota, have also been charged with one count of second-degree riot.
Wow, big story.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts there.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right, Hot Mic this morning from 9 to 11. With Dom Izzo. You can watch it on WDAY Extra and at InForum.com. We're going to cover, obviously, all of the sports headlines as we move closer to the next NFL playoff weekend. Some big matchups. I'm sure he'll talk about that, as well as all your local sports headlines as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com. All you got to do is go on InForum.com/subscribe, and you can get that deal.
Yeah, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. All right, for updates on all the stories we told you about this morning, as well as any breaking news throughout the day, your weather headlines, all that good stuff, make sure you tune into our evening newscast, as well as our 11 o'clock newscast. Obviously, Dillon's going to be part of that. 11 o'clock, then we have 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So
9 o'clock rock.
yeah, so plenty of news. Make sure you tune in and enjoy the rest of your day, folks.
Yeah, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. Bye.